Ladies and gentlemen, that is our officials. It is now time to introduce our boxers. Introducing first and boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the black shorts. On the scales, he weighed in at 12 stone and 4 pounds. Taking part in his 50th contest as a professional from Manchester, Josh Cook. And please welcome his opponent facing the ring and boxing out of the red corner, wearing black shorts with gold trim. On the scales, he weighed in 12 stone, 1 pound and 13 ounces. This evening, making his debut as a professional from London, now boxing out of Kent, Lucas Wilson!
Well, here we go. The gum shields are in and Lucas Wilson finally makes his professional debut. A couple of times he was meant to make his professional debut, but it just didn't happen. All for reasons well and truly out of his control, and you only get one of those debuts, and tonight is it for him. Wilson in the black and gold shorts, and the notorious man from the northwest, Josh Cook, in the black and red shorts. Welcome to Bolton. Those watching on Boxing News and the VIP Boxing YouTube channel, you're joined by myself, Darren Rees, and Lee Whitehead, as we see Wilson getting off to a fast and aggressive start, Lee.
Yeah, a nice start there by the youngster from Kent against 33-year-old Josh Cook in his 50th professional outing tonight.
50
nice.
Professional bouts, that is quite something.
Yeah, he's only won the one. He's only been stopped once. A-star referee Steve Gray refereeing this for Lucas Wilson's debut.
Wilson's got Derek Sweet D Williams in the corner of him, so he's in good company, and he'll be getting some good advice when he goes back to that red corner. And the pace which Wilson has started this off with is a good pace. He's being consistent, putting those shots together nicely. Josh Cook keeping him thinking, keeping him busy, just popping out his jab, trying to disrupt the flow of Wilson.
He's caught him a few times there, Cook. The wily journeyman.
Wilson just looking for those body shots as he boxes out of the southpaw stance. Nice work there from Wilson as he just doubles a jab upstairs and then goes to the body. And Cook, what he will do is just keep him thinking every minute of every round. A 50 bout veteran who knows every single trick in the book.
Yeah, nice head movement there by Mr. Cook. Sporting a moustache today.
It's good focus from Wilson, who hasn't taken his eyes off of his opponent for not even a millisecond, because he knows that one punch can change everything, and he'll be wanting this professional debut to go as smoothly as possible, and it's been a good start for him, and he's kept Cook on the back foot throughout. And just as we get to the end of that round, Wilson just started to sink the shots in a little bit more, especially into the body, but a good steady start to his professional debut. Lee, where I expect the nerves are probably running fairly high.
Yes, certainly. Yeah, as you said, a great start for his debut. But let's not take it away from Cook. We said, Lucas had his eyes on Cook. Cook had his eyes on Lucas, making sure he didn't get hit. It's a journey when he likes to fight every week, and good defensive strategy there by Josh Cook. But let's not take it away from Lucas Wilson. A great opening round.
A good opening round. I'm sure from the moment he put a pair of boxing gloves on, he would have been thinking about this moment, the moment that the opening bell goes for his professional debut. And round 1 is out the way. And a little stat view, that was round 212 for Josh Cook. And this is round 2 for Lucas Wilson, so the experience levels are vastly different.
Yeah, he had 28 amateur fights, junior and senior national champion, just over middleweight, 75 to 81 kilo category. He boxed for the Bromley and Downham club in Kent.
The amateur pedigree always helps out, and you can normally tell the foundations are there, and that was a nice double jab, and he followed it up with a straight left-handed Lucas Wilson as he just taunts his man Cook from Manchester on the ropes there, but Cook coming back and trying to take the centre of the ring himself.
Yeah, he's having a little bit of success, Cook. He's landing his shots on the target area, therefore scoring. Right, nice little move there to get off the ropes.
Wilson keeps changing stance from orthodox to southpaw. I imagine it won't be anything different to what Josh Cook has seen in the past, and he'll know exactly how to adapt to those things. But that was a nice lead hook under the right elbow of Cook, which was thrown by Wilson.
Triple jab backhand followed by a left hook to body. Cook just a bit not totally worried.
Cook just snuck round the back of the guard there of Wilson with a lead hook which landed, caught him just ever so slightly off guard, and they're the shots you need to be careful of, because it's what comes afterwards, isn't it? There it is again, but Wilson caught it on his right glove and just seems to be gauging the distance just about right now as we get just over the halfway mark in this second round. This one's scheduled for 4 in the middleweight division. He's very tall for the weight, is Wilson. I met him in the fight hotel earlier on and I couldn't believe the height of him boxing at middleweight. So he's got really good long rangy arms, and those straight shots can work wonders for him, and that was a good straight right hand which got through the middle from Cook.
Yeah, the long levers of Wilson, it enables you to stay nice and long, fully extending them. Cook is having some success though. Nice job to Betty, good job body there, Lucas. Cook faces the head.
Nice left hook there from Wilson. It was a counter-attack because Cook was on the front foot, and it's worth mentioning that Josh Cook has only been stopped once, and the last time that he was stopped was 3.5 years ago. And you think, over all of those bouts, all the people that he's been in there with, he's one tough man, isn't he, not to be stopped.
Yes, certainly, Darren. That's a great record for a journeyman. Most of the journeymen don't want to get stopped, but if you watch his performance, his head movement, his foot, change his stances, and he just put the shots in there. He's not throwing the shots in with much power. He's come to do his job, which is a journeyman, to give the up-and-coming boxers, like a debut for Lucas Wilson. And he's doing a great job, John Cook. He's 50th professional outing, as I said earlier.
Well, here we go, the penultimate round. Both fighters off of their stools quickly and out of their corners the moment that bell sounded. The jab just thrown there from Wilson, and a sweat bounced off Cook's head and glimmered in the brightness of the lights here at the stadium in Bolton.
I don't know why, Darren, but it's Josh Cook's first bout of 2025. He had 12 in 24, 14 in 23 and 16 in 22.
He's normally a very active fighter. But he looks composed and relaxed in there. Another day at the office for Cook. And a first night at the office for debutant Lucas Wilson, who just follows his man around the ring. And what Cook's doing there, Lee, is nice, isn't it? Because as Wilson tries to throw those straight shots, he kind of steps in and just takes them away from him, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's good. He's a good journeyman. Good defence. For any guys watching at home, Cook's defence, he knows all the tricks in the book, and he uses all the tricks. And you have to be a good boxer to be a good journeyman. I don't care what anyone says. You have to be a good boxer. You have to know where you're around the ring, your footwork, ring craft, shot selection. As I said in the previous round, he isn't throwing the shots with much power, but they are actually landing.
Yeah, some of them are most definitely getting through, and Wilson just trying to keep Cook on the ropes, but not having bundles of luck in doing so, because he is just so slippery. And every time he does throw those 2s and 3s on the ropes, Cook kind of rolls and then gets himself out of there and comes back with a short flurry of punches himself. Nice left hook there from Wilson.
Nice left hook by Cook. Very difficult to work him out. No doubt Lucas Wilson won a boxer with better defence skills than Josh Cook.
He'll certainly learn from this fight, and that's what these fights are most definitely about, is the learning. And like I said in the first round, in the opening round, Josh Cook is doing a lot of stuff to make Wilson think all the time. He's constantly doing something. Wilson will need to continue with the good work and just try and finish this round strongly. Lee, you're the professional boxer out of us, or you were once. Is Josh Cook a sort of nightmare as a debutant, or is he a good opponent for you to have as your debut fighter?
Both. He's a good opponent to see what you've got. Obviously Lucas is making Lucas miss a lot, so Lucas got to think about that in future fights. And he doesn't really put it on you too much, Josh Cook, you know, but he is hitting there, he is scoring. Would you agree?
He's certainly got through with some shots, and like I said in a couple of the rounds, he's just making Wilson think all the time. There isn't a moment that he can switch off, because he's always doing something. Whether that's feinting or just trying to disrupt his flow with his jab, he's keeping him busy.
And if we look at the two boxers, Josh Cook hasn't sat down once, he's ready to go. I'm not saying Lucas is taxed or anything, but one guy's works a lot harder than the other.
The fourth and final round here at the Tough Sheet Community Stadium. If you've just joined us, you're watching debutant Lucas Wilson versus away corner veteran Josh Cook. This is the final round of this bout. Plenty of action coming up later on, including the professional debut of Gemma Richardson, one of the best amateurs Team GB's seen over the years. It'll be exciting to see how she gets on in her pro debut. And then Moorcroft versus Hunt is our headliner for the Super Welterweight Silver Commonwealth title. So lots to look forward to. So if you were in the corner there, if you were Derek Sweet D Williams a moment ago, Lee, what sort of information would you have been giving Wilson?
I'd ask him to put it out there this last round, and you know, try and pin Cook down and land some big shots, which is a difficult task. I'd say that's what Derek's been telling him to do, but obviously Josh Cook's got different ideas about that.
It's good aggressive work that from Wilson there. But Cook just ties him up and gets himself into a difficult angle where he just can't work and he can't get his shots off. And he is defensively very good.
Certainly. Great defensive style. His head's never in the same place. It's always moving, slipping, ducking, rolling. Quick change of feet as well.
Slippery, but a couple of right hands got through in a short duration of time there from Wilson. They may have slipped off the head of Cook, but they definitely got through, even if they just skimmed.
Good defensive masterclass by Cook.
And Cook, he may well be doing more of a defence than the attacking, but like you keep mentioning, Lee, he is getting through with some stuff. And he's catching Wilson off guard every now and again because he'll be really slippery. And he's got that kind of right hand opened up the opposite direction, catching the shots. He'll slip and then he'll come through with a couple of shots of his own. And just to remind Wilson that he's still there.
Yes, he certainly scored with some shots, Darren.
The last few seconds of this four-rounder, and that is the bell to symbolise the end of that bout number 50 for Josh Cook, bout numero uno for Lucas Wilson, who put the pressure on, but he had a very tricky, a very slippery opponent in there who made life difficult throughout every minute of those 4 rounds. And the main thing is he is just going to learn a lot from it.
Josh Cook just looking at us, smiling. Joe Pennington in this corner, young Joe Pennington.
Well, we'll see how this one go. Referee Steve Gray was scoring this contest.
How have you scored it, Darren?
I didn't score it, but we'll see what Mr. Gray says in a moment. Well, he's just going to grab a hold of our fighters, get them to the centre of the ring, and our MC, Bobby Blundell, is ready with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, could we please have a big round of applause for both of our boxers?
You stay into the next fight because Delphi's not here.
Okay.
We're gonna. I mean, you're like this we're sequel now. We're both good.
Which reads 40 points to 37 in favour of your winner. Now Warner as a professional, Lucas Wilson.
Well, Lucas Wilson.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, a big round of applause for Josh Cook. And just a reminder for all of our ringside guests this evening, there is a VIP bar behind the curtain for you. So any of our ringside guests, please.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.